Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, credit check, you not a fool. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves, look. Salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Ryder. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Ryder. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this 1st drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the 1st half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5.
There he goes, right side. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 12-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now a handoff looking right. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. These two teams all tied after one. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they try the right side here. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Ryder throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Burrow on play action. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Levi Onwuzurike in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. Here we go. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he's got this down to the 35. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on 2nd down, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Oh, what a move. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Here's a run with Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll look to throw again. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down. Ryder on the slant. This is Chark. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st and 10, Ryder. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st down, Ryder. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Quickly to Hockenson. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Rosa's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Gets past one man. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they go play action now. Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26.
And Tyler Boyd's one of those guys that seems to fly under the radar, but he finds ways to get open, and he has nice hands. He's averaged right around 80 catches a year.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Oh, good move. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man right side is Shark. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now they try the right side here. Finds a seam inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is down to 4. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 79 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Ryder. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Ja'Marr Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he's taken down inside the 30. 138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now Joe Mixon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, out comes the rookie 5th-round pick, Evan McPherson, for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Ryder. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I think it's pretty easy to say this is a ginormous 3rd down opportunity here for the defense. And I'm just going to tell you, Brandon, from my experiences, what you're saying in the huddle to each other is all the right things. Read your keys. Do your job. But the biggest one, you don't have to do more. Just do what you can do, and you can make this play.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run.